This is the ProdecoTech Genesis 500, and it's basically the same as the Storm 500, but it's just brushed aluminum instead of a kind of a gold color. Both of these bikes fold in half and have kind of the same components and everything, but I'm gonna run through this and just give you some idea of what you get. So this is definitely sort of entry-level budget electric bike. As you can see, the motor and the battery are way off towards the rear. It makes it a little bit less balanced. Battery being up high makes it, it could potentially hurt more if it falls on something, and the battery could get, broken. And it's only got one strut arm here. You'll notice a lot of the other ProdecoTech bikes have a couple of them, and that's to support larger batteries. So what we're looking at here is a 36-volt, 9-amp-hour pack, lithium iron phosphate cells. That means they have a lower energy density than some of the other lithium-ion chemistries, but still works pretty well, and it's supposed to hold up well against heat. It's a decent option. It just, how it's mounted, where it's mounted is kind of a question mark in my mind. 500-watt direct drive motor. That means it's gearless. A little bit more quiet than geared, but larger and heavier because it just uses magnets. Now, it is going to be pretty reliable, and it's a decent choice, but they don't really take advantage of some of the other opportunities with direct drive, which would be like regenerative braking, that kind of thing. And again, with a heavier motor and a heavier battery pack back here, it'd be nice if they were spreading that weight out. The other thing about this bike is it doesn't have pedal assist. It's only a very simple control system. You press this button, it sort of basically enables the twist throttle, and as soon as you twist that, the motor basically kicks in and starts spinning. So that's what you get. So it's not going to really incentivize you to pedal the same way that pedal assist would. Your wrist can get tired over time doing that. It's just more limited. It's a simpler option. The other thing that while we're up here focusing on this, you got a grip shifter on the left with 8 gears. That controls the SRAM X7 derailleur back here. Pretty standard. You got a nice aluminum bash guard on the front ring that protects the teeth. A double-legged kickstand down there. I wish it came up a little bit higher because you can kind of bump stuff if you're going over a curb. Those pedals actually fold in, and you just have to press this little silver button here on both sides, and then it kind of goes up like that. And then the whole bike folds, which you can see right here. I've already unlatched it, and then, it folds out like this and all the way. So you can imagine if you had a tight space, you could try to store this in it, but it's heavier and it's still pretty tall. So I don't know, I kind of question how useful the folding apparatus is on this bike. There we go. Lock it in like that. So that is basically a quick overview of the bike. I do like that it's got 180 millimeter mechanical disc brakes, Avid. It's going to help you stop, as you get going a little faster. And the suspension, of course, is great. It does have sort of a preload adjustment, but there's no lockout or anything. This is, pretty basic. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a test ride. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention is I do like that they have a built-in sort of brake light on the rear battery pack there. It does have this adjustable neck, but be careful too if you're going off curbs and stuff, because this could kind of get loose over time. So, just take care when riding. I do like that they have these grips that aren't going to twist off because they've got that metal cap. So let's go ahead and just give it I'm going to gun it, and we're just going to see what that sounds like. Again, 500-watt direct drive motor. That's pretty good. It should be okay for climbing. I weigh like 130 pounds, so we're on flats here. It's not the most rigorous test. Can't really tell how fast we're going because there's no LCD screen here showing us, how far we've gone, how fast we're going, how much battery's left. You kind of just have to guess. But again, you're saving some money with this bike. And it's got a nice finish. And yeah, that's the Genesis 500 from Prodeco Technologies. For more info on this electric bike and others, I'll see you back at ElectricBikeReview.com.